This Harvey Weinstein shit is sure something, ain't it? I'm hearing so many people call Ashley Judd a hypocrite. This is a woman who actively participates in women's rights activism and brings up the point that sexual assault is a very real and prevalent issue, something which she has personal experience with, which she has come out about in outing Harvey Weinstein. And somehow, these people are going through some mental gymnastics and reaching the conclusion that that makes her a hypocrite. Why? Because everything that she's talking about is true? They're suggesting that because she didn't come out about this sooner, despite knowing that he was doing this to other people, that makes her a hypocrite. So now she's getting threatened and harassed, and people wonder why people don't come out about this sooner. Look at what happens when you do. Some people are even going so far as to say that she deserves it because, hey, she still accepted her paycheck, right? And it's like, yeah, listen, she could say no to Harvey Weinstein, but she can also kiss her fucking career goodbye. This is the kind of guy with the connections to make one phone call and you're finished. You know, it's hard enough to come out about this when it's just some average Joe. But when it's someone with the kind of wealth and power and influence that Harvey Weinstein has, there is very little chance of anything being done. And yeah, in this case, Weinstein Company dropped Harvey Weinstein. But do you think it's because they actually give a shit about what he did? You think they didn't already know this was going on? No, it's just because he is a high-profile case and they don't like bad press. Celebrities have been coming forward about this sort of shit for years, but they're just afraid to name names because they know what happens when they do. They're not just putting their livelihood in jeopardy, they're putting their lives in jeopardy. We see so many child actors that grow up and end up hooked on drugs, and we think, oh, well, it's just because they couldn't handle the pressures of being so famous at such a young age. But half or more of these people were being sexually abused. Those drugs served as a coping mechanism, just to help them forget. And that's the thing, is so many of these people don't come forward about it because they're just glad that it's finally over with. And they know that once they say something, especially once they name names, it's just gonna open up the floodgate to receive more and more harassment. And these other big Hollywood names so often will do anything they can to defend the accused, even if they know this is something that they're doing, because they'd rather protect their precious industry than actually confront this cesspool of scum in Hollywood. And it's not just Harvey Weinstein. Big names in Hollywood and politics have constantly been abusing their power to get away with this kind of shit for years. And I think that's the major takeaway people should gather from all of this. I think it's about time we acknowledge the fact that Weinstein is merely the tip of the iceberg. And until something serious is actually done, and until we start believing these victims instead of blaming them or calling them a liar, it's not gonna stop.